One of my favorite things to do is go to the beach after a storm and look at all of the weird things that washed up, also known as beachcombing. And today I found a lot of interesting things. Starting off with this purple vertebrae. And I'm not 100% sure of this, but I'm about 95% sure that this is from a sea otter, because when they eat a lot of purple sea urchins, that tends to turn their teeth and bones purple. However, if you think this is from something else, please let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's a sea otter, and that's the first time I have found a purple vertebrae. Then I found this perfect snail shell with a perfect little hole in it, and I just made a video about this. That hole is either from an octopus or a carnivorous snail. There were tons of these Gumboot chitons that washed up, and they were decomposing, unfortunately. These things do not hold on very well to rocks when there are storms. That one was still alive, that dark red one, so I did put it back. And these are the plates that the Gumboot chiton leaves behind after they die. They have 8 plates internally, so they're related to snails, but instead of having an external shell, they have 8 of these inside. Other chiton species are different, like this one I believe is a mossy chiton. And here we can see that the 8 plates are on the outside of the shell. And these ones have very beautiful, like bright blue turquoise plates, so I always like looking for those on the beach. These ones had a ton of seaweed attached to them, which kind of gives us insight into why the animal died, because if there is too much seaweed attached, then that creates a lot of drag and can cause the animal to lose its grip on the substrate and then wash up on the beach. That's likely what also happened to this little limpet that had a bunch of coralline algae on it. Again, I mean, look at that dew. That is just so much drag that probably ripped that limpet off of the rocks and it got washed up on the beach. And again, a similar thing happened maybe with this barnacle. It had a bunch of this acid kelp attached to it, and this little barnacle was still alive and moving. So again, I put this one back into a little pool. Unfortunately, they cannot reattach, so I'm not sure what will be the end for this little guy, but he'll have a chance. And then I found the most beautiful crab molt, which is the shell that they shed when they grow. I think this one was from a cryptic kelp crab. And really the whole reason I came to this place was because I was trying to find abalone shells. Usually I'm able to find the perfect little tiny ones that are like 2 inches here. I found that big scrap, but it was pretty sharp, so I left it behind. And this is kind of the size that I was looking for, this perfect little one, and I'm very proud of myself for finding this because it was just buried in the sand. And it's so beautiful. This one was absolutely buried. I can't believe I spotted this, and I was sure it would just be a fragment, but to my surprise, it was a full shell. However, there were little worms, tube worms living in it, so I left that one behind.